Hello everybody, forgive us turning to video again, but I thought it was a good move on the back of some really helpful conversations that you and I had over about a week or so ago. I've now just sat down with Rachel and we had a really good conversation, and it feels to us that this is an opportunity to pick out some of the things that are going to help you and us find renewed joy in the work that we do with Smile. And so I know you've given me quite a few things. I think Rachel had also asked you for any of the frustrations or things that were difficult that you were trying to work through. And if you've got any more of those, after hearing what we're saying now, then please keep on them coming. Because what we want to do is try and identify what 2 or 3 things will be like the big levers that will help make a big step forward in us working our Smile. And so just reviewing all the things you said to me and chatting through them with Rachel this morning, a couple of things come to mind. One of them is us being super clear about what Smile is, what it stands for, and what we're trying to achieve. And we've probably all got our ideas, and they're probably all pretty close, but we probably need to take a time as we mature as an organisation to work on that. The second one is, what's the plan and how do we stick to the plan? And again, there are some ideas that we probably all got, and I know you've started some ideas already in terms of the action plan, the big plan on the wall thing, and thinking through other things around that. But again, spending a little time just going, how do we get into a drumbeat which says, okay, we don't do this just once a year, we do it on a rolling basis, so we're looking 2 or 3 months ahead and making sure that we are all super clear about what we're doing and how do we stick with that. So there's a couple of things which we think would be helpful starters for 10. And so what we want to propose is to get into this quite quickly, so we don't take too long, sort of having lots of long sessions again, is at the start of May, I would love it if we could come together as a group for a couple of sessions on Fridays after the coffee mornings. One where we do just checking in with all the lists of the frustrations and issues and go, okay, which are the ones that are really going to bear fruit if we get this right? And then get into that, what I think is going to be the initial big one around what is Smile. And then have another one which is go, how do we do our planning? How do we do it really well? There'll be things around that, around link worker roles, which will come into the what is Smile as well. So just giving us a chance to go into those 2 things in a good chunk of detail so we get ourselves a new way of working going forward from here. Now, Rachel, we've talked about something else, haven't we? Do you want to pick that up about the links with life centres?
Yep, so like I talked to you guys before, that I was putting to Alistair the idea that we would come under the Life Centre model a bit more. So I'm going to give up my seat on the leadership team so that we can slide in with the Life Centres and then, how do we zoom out on this, Alistair? Introduce this dude, Dale. So I will then, going forward, report to Dale rather than Alistair, in the hope that Dale might be available a bit more than what Alistair is, and that way I can feed back and get all the niggles and all the stuff out with poor old Dale over here, who hasn't got a clue what's coming to him, rather than you guys, and that way I can stay focused in enabling you lot to go out there and do it. So Alistair's 2 sessions is kind of, who are we, what are we doing? Let's get that right, let's find that out in terms of each of our team roles as well, what each of us are doing. And then secondly, right, how do we plan this? How do we take it forward? And then how do we keep going?
So it's really gracious of Rachel to do that, but we want Rachel to be, the enabler, the equipper, and to be equipped herself. And I'm with the best will in the world, I'm not doing that. So I think having Dale here, which would be super helpful to give Rachel a sounding board so that she can have joy in her work, and so that you can have joy in your work as well. So this is all about us trying to do a little bit of a, how can we get a step up from where we have been to actually something which gives you a bit more joy. So thank you for being so honest and open with what you are doing, what you told us. And please come back to me if there are any other things that you want to work through. The dates probably will go for the first 2 Fridays in May, because there's a bit of, so we've got a bit of time to do all the other stuff that you've got to do. Hope it goes really well tomorrow. And yeah, do share if there's anything else that we need to put on that list. Thank you. Really appreciate you.